language.
Are you doing any Web3 metaverse stuff with any of your?
I've invested in some of those, and I have a little company called Emmy that you guys be interested in. Actually, I'll send it to you. You'd love it because I took guys from Disney. I didn't do it. A group of partners and myself did it. A group from Disney, from Pixar and so forth that left. And I don't know if you know it, but to take something in the quality of a Pixar image, I forget the exact number, but it takes like a week and
forever.
40 people to make like 30 seconds,
Yep.
right? Well, they've developed a new technology, our partners have, and they can do it almost in real time.
I saw that.
Wow.
So if you saw it now, it's like Disney quality, and I'll show you before you leave, or I'll send you a clip of it. It'll blow your mind. And we're only coming out with it for the first time this month, but we've built an engine so that it can be done on a phone or anything else, so that creators can now really create. And it's got a piece that not only maps your face, but it's got AI. So based on your facial expression, it'll move the body and so forth consistent with the emotion that you're creating as well.
Yeah, we are entering a crazy moment in time.
Tell me what you guys are doing there.
Okay, so I mean, we do a lot of NFT investing stuff. I invested in a company called Metaphysic, where it's exact AI recreation of your face. So your avatar is you.
Yes.
In whatever metaverse you're living in.
Yes.
But the Web3 virtual reality, like second world space, is what really excites me. And like everything I do now, I am kind of tailoring it for that.
Yeah.
But just for your seminars, man, for the people who can't show up to the thing, especially imagine if it happened in COVID. I know you did a nice pivot for not being able to have live events.
Yeah, you gotta imagine this. Like, imagine your business is, and it's not even my business, I got lots of companies, it's my life, it's my mission, it's what I'm made for. And I'm about to go do an event for 12,500 people, and a couple weeks later, we'll probably have 15,000. So it's 2 weeks before a San Francisco, San Jose event. The governor of California is a friend of mine, and I get this little note saying, are you gonna cancel your seminar? It's like, I had mercury poisoning, I bled out, lost a third of my blood supply, and got in a wheelchair and finished a seminar. I mean, that's how committed and crazy I am, right? That's how I am. You don't know who you're talking to. I've never canceled it. And then they said, governor said 10 people is the most you can put in an environment. Well, that's kind of inconvenient when you have a stadium, right? So here's what I get. I go, bullshit. I said, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move to Vegas. They're never gonna shut down Vegas.
Yeah.
They shut down Vegas like a week later, right? And I'd already moved people, saying we're going to Vegas or booking a place. So I was like, okay, screw that. I did this years ago, but not this size. We'll take 1,500 movie theaters, put 10 people in each, and they can do it locally, and they'll still have a big screen, and they'll have this great interaction. Awesome. And they shut down the movie theaters. Yeah, so I was like, screw this. I'm going to Houston. I'm renting my buddy's church. He's got 15,000 people. It's perfect. We'll move everybody to Houston. They're not going to keep Costco open and shut down churches, and they shut down the church. So then I'm like, people need us right now. What am I going to do? And some guy showed me this webinar, and he had these two 52-inch screens. And I said, I'll kill myself. I chop my neck off first. I said, what I do is it's like going to Pat Riley is, a good friend of mine. And I remember the first times he came to an event with his wife, and he's like, this is like being at the 7th game of the NBA, but it's not 2 hours, man. It's like 4 days and 12 hours each. That's what I create. So I sat down with my team, and I said, here's what we're going to do. And I have it nearby. I now have it. It's like, we're going to find a building that has 40 or 50 foot high ceilings. I'm going to build 20 foot high LED screens, 50 feet wide, 180 degrees around me. I'm going to call Eric Yon at Zoom and say, I need more than 1,000 people. I need 25,000 people. How do we up it? I'm going to build a software piece on people's phone, a little app where they can shake it. And in one shake it makes a little electrical signal of clapping. If two, it's two. So it's real, right? And so I built this whole interaction and could bring people forward. And the crazy thing is, I brought 8 or 9 companies together. They're like, this is a big project. We could probably do this in 9 months. I said, no, 9 weeks. We have 9 weeks. I've already scheduled the event, right? And they all looked at me as crazy. So I went through 3 or 4 of these people. And then we pulled it off. And then we just improved it. And now, it's like I just did a seminar last week for 800,000 people. The biggest seminar I did was football stadium where I did 38,000 people. I worked my ass off. And I was like, how am I ever going to get larger than 40,000 people in a stadium? So 800,000 people for 6 days in a row. I mean, nobody's ever done it like in history, but I can see every pimple on their face. I get to see their children. So many women come now. They didn't come because they have kids and they didn't want to leave for 5 days or 4 days and go to an event. And I was watching this guy the first time we did this. So I can see them all. And I swipe it and see more. I see thousands of pictures. I make them as big or small as I want. And there's this Indian guy, he's from India. He's got his headdress on and his wife too. And he's really pissed. You can see it in his face. He keeps walking by. The wife obviously took the big screen for the seminar, right? He's really mad. And then all of a sudden he's listening. And then all of a sudden he's dancing and shit during one of the times. And then we do wood breaking. I usually do like a fire walk or something that gives people an experience rather than just intellectual of pushing through. And so we do wood breaking. I send the wood to everybody. And there's only one piece of wood because she signed up and he's fighting her for the piece of wood. But it's been amazing. Like I would travel on average, let's say 12 to 15 countries, at least 125 cities in a year, multi-day events. So I basically lived on the road most of my life. I was almost never here. I have multiple homes. I was rarely at any of them. But I loved it. I saw the impact of it. And multi-day seminars, they'd see maybe 250,000 people. I saw 2.7 million people in events this last year.